May 2022, paper 1 times 1 combination. This problem will cover binomial expansion, trigonometry, as well as integration by substitution. So let's start with this one. Expand and simplify 1 minus a bracket cube in ascending powers of x. The formula booklet contains the formula of our binomial expansion. Here my a is 1, b is minus a, and n is my 3. So I'm writing first term as 3, that means this, with starting nothing, 3c0. First term, that means 1 will get the full power, that is 3. Obviously second term minus a will not get anything, so minus a raised to 0. I'm using bracket because a is a negative number. Then this is the first term. Now 3c0 becomes 3c1. First term, that is 1, will power reduce, that means becomes 2, and second term, that is minus a, will see now was 0, now it becomes 1. So you can see that 3c0 becomes 3c1, next term is 3c2, first term power 1 reduce, second term power 1 increase, so 1 raised to 2 now becomes 1 raised to 1, minus a raised to 1 becomes minus a raised to 2. I am still using a bracket. Last term 3c2 now becomes 3c3, first term will get 0, minus a, that means second term will get the full power. This is the indication when both these NCR are same, first term will get the 0 power and second term will get the full power. If you are not getting that, that means you are doing something counting mistake over there. 3c0, you can use a Pascal triangle for this. 3c0 is 1, 1 raised to 3 is 1, minus a raised to 0, any number, whether it's a positive or negative, anything raised to 0 is 1. 3c1 is 3, using a Pascal triangle. 1 raised to 2 is 1, minus a raised to 1 is minus a. 3c2 is 3, 1 raised to 1 is 1, minus a raised to 2 is plus a square, positive a square. 3c3 is 1, 1 raised to 0 is 1, minus a raised to 3 is minus a cube. Now simplify. 1 into 1 into 1, 1. 3 into 1 into minus a, minus 3a. 3 into 1 into a square, 3a square. 1 into 1 into minus a cube, minus a cube. So these are 1 minus a bracket raised to 3 expansion. By using a suitable substitution for a, show that 1 minus 3 cos 2x plus 3 cos square 2x minus cos cube 2x is 8 sin raised to 6x. Compare our expansion with the expansion they have given. 1 with 1, yes. Minus 3 with minus 3, yes. So a has to be cos 2x. Let's check one more term. Plus 3, a square, that means cos square 2x. So a square is cos square 2x, so a would be cos 2x. Minus, a cube is cos cube 2x, so a has to be cos 2x. So a is cos 2x, but how do I prove this? Basically, this is the expansion of 1 minus a bracket cube. Now I know a is my cos 2x, so I will substitute here. Basically, if I substitute here, that means I got this as this. So 1 minus 3 cos 2x plus 3 cos square 2x minus cos cube 2x is 1 minus cos 2x bracket cube. What is 1 minus cos 2x? This is the double angle and that is a cos. So go in a formula booklet. Cos, there are 3 formulas. This is the formula. Why? Because 1 minus 2 sin square theta is cos 2 theta. So cos 2 theta, I'm writing like this, 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Take this cos 2 theta on this side and this on this side. So 2 sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta. And that is what I want. 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sin square x. 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sin square x. 1 plus cos 2x is 2 cos square x. That's second formula. Right now 1 minus 2 sin square x bracket raised to 3. Power 3 goes for 2 as well as this. So 2 raised to 3, 8. And sin raised to 2, sin square x raised to 3 is sin raised to 6. Sin raised to 6 is x. So this is what the expansion I want. Next, Consider f of x is equal to 4 cos x times 1 minus 3 cos 2x plus 3 cos square 2x minus cos cube 2x. Show that 0 to m f of x dx is 32 upon 7 sine raised to 7 m, where m is a positive real constant. Let's start with the left hand side. 0 to integration from 0 to m f of x dx. What is f of x? 4 cos x times this full bracket. So I am writing 4 cos x, and this full bracket, instead of writing this, we know that it is 8 sine raised to 6x, because we already proved that this full thing is what? 1 minus cos 2x cube, which is what? 8 sine raised to 6x. Otherwise we already have this one. So I am directly using that. Now there are two terms. One is a 4 cos x and second is 8 sine raised to 6x. 4 times 8 is 32. I am writing outside because we don't take the integration of a constant. So 32 times is integration from 0 to m cos x times sine raised to 6x dx. There are two terms, cos x and sine of x bracket raised to 6. We cannot take because multiplication is there. If there are two different distinct terms, we cannot multiply directly. Then we have to use the substitution rule to solve them. Now what substitution you will make? The odd power out, that means here cos x raised to power is 1, but sine of x raised to power is 6. So this is a complicated part. So I will use the quantity inside the bracket, not with the power. That is sine x as my substitution. As I am doing a sine x as my substitution, I need to convert the limits. I need to convert the other quantities also in terms of that. So I am using u is equal to sine x. Take a derivative of this to find out the counterpart of dx. Du upon dx is cos x. So du is equal to cos x into dx. So I got du is what? Cos x dx, which is this, which is du. And sine of x is my u, so u raised to 6 du. Integration of u raised to 6 is u raised to 7 upon 7 plus c. Resubstitute back u is what? Sine x, so sine of x bracket raised to 7 upon 7 plus c. So I got the integration of this, means what? Integration of this is sine of x bracket raised to 7 upon 7. So I am directly using this integration over there without c, because I know the limits 0 and m. I am writing behind. Take 7 outside, 32 upon 7. Put x value as m, so sine of m bracket raised to 7 or sine raised to 7m minus sine raised to 7 0. Sine of 0 is 0, 0 raised to 7 is 0. So this becomes 0, and sine of 7, sine raised to 7m is this one. So 32 upon 7 times sine raised to 7m, that is what we want to prove, that we got that. Next one, they said it is given that integration from m to pi by 2 f of x dx is 127 upon 28. They have given this value, and they said m has to be between 0 and pi by 2. Find the value of m. So I am using that same condition. Integration from 0 to pi by 2 f of x dx is 127 upon 28. We already found out this integration, which is 32 upon 7 sine raised to 7m. Or sine of 32 upon m sine of x raised to sine of x full bracket raised to 7 upon 7. Now the limits are changed. 0 to m, now it is m to pi by 2. And that answer is given as 127 upon 28. I am keeping 32 upon 7 as it is a repetition. When you substitute upper limit and lower limit, I am taking common outside. First substitute x as pi by 2. So sine of pi by 2 raised to 7. It is not pi by 2 raised to 7, it's sine of pi by 2 full bracket raised to 7. Same way, sine of m full bracket raised to 7 is equal to 127 upon 28. Transfer this 32 upon 7 on the other side. It's a multiplication, though goes on the other side becomes 7 upon 32. Let's flip it. 7 times 1, 7 times 4. Nothing you can cancel, so 127 as it is. 4 into 32 is 128. Sine of pi by 2, sine 90 is 1, or sine pi by 2 is 1. 1 raised to 7 is 1. And sine of m bracket raised to 7 I am keeping as it is equal to 127 upon 128. take this on this side, take this negative term on the other side. So 1 minus 127 upon 128 is sine of m full bracket raised to 7. That means sine of m full bracket raised to 7 is, now make the base same. 128 minus 127 upon 128 is 1 upon 128. This is a paper one, so it is not a complicated. They have given this hint that it is a power 7. That means 1 raised to anything is 1. But 128 has to be something power of 7. Look at the last number, 8. It's a even number, so this has to be even power of something. And 2 raised to 5 is 32. 2 raised to 6 is 64. So 2 raised to 7 is 128. You have to guess it. You have to be very smart in that case. So 128 is 1 upon 2 raised to 7. Now take 7th power out of both sides. So sine of m is equal to 1 upon 2. But I don't want sine m, I want m value. So m is equal to sine inverse of 1 by 2. Sine is positive in first and second. I cannot take this because they clearly say m has to be between 0 and pi by 2. So sine is positive here only. If you remember the table, sine inverse of 1 by 2 is 30 degree. 30 degree means what? Pi by 6. So m value is pi by 6. Thank you.